son of a bitch. What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
We all love a good action movie, but when you're considering thousands of action movies, it's only the most thrilling, the most exciting, the most brutal, and the influential who make the cut.
Get away from her, you b****.
Action is a wide-open genre and term, and we endeavored to include something from every style, every era, and movement of action movies. These are the action movies whose influence can still be seen in the films that followed. They spawned franchises, pushed back against time, defined and even expanded the genre.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
These are the badass movies that make audiences feel cooler from having seen them. So let's count down the best action movies, all ranked by Tomatometer. Starting with number 10, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Young John Connor, the key to civilization's victory over a future robot uprising, is the target of the shape-shifting T-1000, a Terminator sent from the future to kill him. Another Terminator, the revamped T-800, has been sent back to protect the boy. As John and his mother go on the run with the T-800, the boy forms an unexpected bond with the robot. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, Edward Furlong, and directed by James Cameron. Critics say T2 features thrilling action sequences and eye-popping visual effects. But what takes this sci-fi action landmark to the next level is the depth of the human and cyborg characters. Number 9, Speed. LA police officer Jack angers retired bomb squad member Howard Payne by foiling his attempt at taking hostages. In revenge, Payne arms a bus with a bomb that will explode if it drops below 50 miles per hour. With the help of spunky passenger Annie, Jack and his partner Harry try to save the bus and the people aboard before the bomb goes off, all while also trying to figure out how Payne is monitoring them. Starring Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper, Sandra Bullock, and directed by Jean de Bont. Critics say a terrific popcorn thriller, Speed is taut, tense, and energetic, with outstanding performances from Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper, and Sandra Bullock.
Sir, I need to take your phone.
Take the phone.
Take the wheel.
What? Oh, oh,
Drive straight!
This guy's out of his mind.
Number 8, Die Hard. New York City policeman John McClane is visiting his estranged wife and 2 daughters on Christmas Eve. He joins her at a holiday party in the headquarters of the Japanese-owned business that she works for, but the festivities are interrupted by a group of terrorists who take over the exclusive high-rise and everyone in it. Very soon, McClane realizes that there's no one to save the hostages but him. Starring Bruce Willis, Alan Rickman, Reginald VelJohnson, and directed by John McTiernan. Critics say Die Hard's many imitators and sequels have never come close to matching the taut thrills of the definitive holiday action classic.
Schieß dem Fenster. Shoot the glass.
Number 7, Enter the Dragon. Bruce Lee plays a martial arts expert determined to help capture the narcotics dealer whose gang was responsible for the death of his sister. Lee enters a kung fu competition in an attempt to fight his way to the dealer's headquarters with the help of some friends. Starring Bruce Lee, John Saxon, Anna Capri, and directed by Robert Klaus. Critics say badass to the max. Enter the Dragon is the ultimate kung fu movie and fitting, if untimely, Bruce Lee swan song. Number 6, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Dr. Indiana Jones, a renowned archaeologist and expert in the occult, is hired by the United States government to find the Ark of the Covenant and the 10 Commandments within. Unfortunately, Hitler's agents are also after the Ark, and Indy and his ex-flame Marion escape from various close scrapes in a quest that takes him from Nepal to Cairo. Starring Harrison Ford, Karen Allen, Paul Freeman, and directed by Steven Spielberg. Critics say, featuring bravura set pieces, sly humor, and white-knuckle action, Raiders of the Lost Ark is one of the most consummately entertaining adventure pictures of all time. Number 5, Black Panther. After the death of his father, T'Challa returns home to the African nation of Wakanda to take his rightful place as king. When a powerful enemy suddenly reappears, T'Challa's mettle as king and as Black Panther gets tested when he's drawn into a conflict that puts the fate of Wakanda and the entire world at risk. Faced with treachery and danger, the young king must rally his allies and release the power of Black Panther to defeat his foes and secure the safety of his people. Starring Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, and directed by Ryan Coogler. Critics say Black Panther elevates superhero cinema to thrilling new heights while telling one of the MCU's most absorbing stories and introducing some of its most fully realized characters.
We'll take the other two. I see a shortcut. I'm not going to make it.
Keep going!
Hey, what was that?
Don't worry about it. You're doing great.
Number 4, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. In 19th century Qing Dynasty China, a warrior gives his sword, Green Destiny, to his lover to deliver to safekeeping. But when it's stolen, the chase is on to find it. The search leads to the House of Yu, where the story takes on an entirely different level. Starring Chow Yun-fat, Michelle Yeoh, Shang-Zi Yi, and directed by Ang Lee. Critics say the movie that catapulted Ang Lee into the ranks of upper echelon Hollywood filmmakers, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon features a deft mix of amazing martial arts battles, beautiful scenery, and tasteful drama. Number 3, Mission Impossible Fallout. Ethan Hunt and the IMF team join forces with CIA assassin August Walker to prevent a disaster of epic proportions. Arms dealer John Lark and a group of terrorists known as the Apostles plan to use 3 plutonium cores for a nuclear attack on the Vatican, Jerusalem, and Mecca, Saudi Arabia. When the weapons go missing, Ethan and his crew find themselves in a desperate race against time to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands. Starring Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, Ving Rhames, and directed by Christopher McQuarrie. Critics say fast, sleek, and fun, Mission Impossible Fallout lives up to the impossible part of its name by setting yet another high mark for insane set pieces in a franchise full of them. Number 2, Aliens. After floating in space for 57 years, Lieutenant Ripley's shuttle is found by a deep space salvage team. Upon arriving at LV-426, the Marines find only one survivor, a 9-year-old girl named Newt. But even these battle-hardened Marines with all the latest weaponry are no match for the hundreds of aliens that have invaded the colony. Starring Sigourney Weaver, Michael Biehn, Bill Paxton, and directed by James Cameron. Critics say, while Alien was a marvel of slow-building atmospheric tension, Aliens packs a much more visceral punch and features a typically strong performance from Sigourney Weaver.
Maybe they don't show up on infrared at all.
Pong, what is going on?
Spassky and Crow are down! Dietrich!
Crow!
Dietrich, Frost, off the board!
Sound off! Frost!
Frost!
Where's Basky? Where's Basky?
Let's rock!
Who's firing? Damn it! I ordered to hold fire.
Coming out of the damn wall! Look!
And before we reveal number 1, here are some honorable mentions. The Matrix. Neo believes that Morpheus, an elusive figure considered to be the most dangerous man alive, can answer his question, what is the Matrix? Neo is contacted by Trinity, a beautiful stranger, who leads him into an underworld where he meets Morpheus. They fight a brutal battle for their lives against a cadre of viciously intelligent secret agents, and it is a truth that could cost Neo something more precious than his life. Starring Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss, and directed by the Wachowskis. Critics say, thanks to the Wachowskis' imaginative vision, The Matrix is a smartly crafted combination of spectacular action and groundbreaking special effects.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Heat. Master criminal Neil McCauley is trying to control the rogue actions of one of his men, while also planning one last big heist before retiring. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Hannah attempts to track down McCauley as he deals with the chaos in his own life, including the infidelity of his wife and the mental health of his stepdaughter. McCauley and Hannah discover a mutual respect, even as they try to thwart each other's plans. Starring Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, and directed by Michael Mann. Critics say, though Al Pacino and Robert De Niro share but a handful of screen minutes together, Heat is an engrossing crime drama that draws compelling performances from its stars and confirms Michael Mann's mastery of the genre. Predator. Dutch, a soldier of fortune, is hired by the United States government to secretly rescue a group of politicians trapped in Guatemala. But when Dutch and his team, which includes weapons expert Blaine and CIA agent George, land in Central America, something is gravely wrong. After finding a string of dead bones, the crew discovers that they're being hunted by a brutal creature with superhuman strength and the ability to disappear into its surroundings. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Jesse Ventura, and directed by John McTiernan. Critics say, Predator, part sci-fi, part horror, part action, all muscle. Finally, number 1, Mad Max: Fury Road. Years after the collapse of civilization, the tyrannical Immortan Joe enslaves apocalypse survivors inside the desert fortress, the Citadel. When the warrior Imperator Furiosa leads the despot's 5 wives in a daring escape, she forges an alliance with Max Rockatansky, a loner and former captive. Fortified in the massive armored truck, the War Rig, they try to outrun the ruthless warlord and his henchmen in a deadly high-speed chase through the wasteland. Starring Tom Hardy, Charlize Theron, Nicholas Hoult, and directed by George Miller. Critics say, with exhilarating action and a surprising amount of narrative heft, Mad Max Fury Road brings George Miller's post-apocalyptic franchise roaring vigorously back to life.
That's my head! Get up! You can do it! What's up? What's up? No! Witness this! Witness!
Well, my friends, that about does it for us. Be sure to stay tuned to the Rotten Tomatoes channel for more of that entertainment content you love. Until next time, I am your host, Naz Perez, and we will see you back here for more top 10s on the Rotten Tomatoes Countdown.